Hello students, let us continue chapter 2 in science, that is acids, bases and salts. So today we are going to discuss our next topic, chemicals from the common salt. So students, the salt formed by the combination of hydrochloric acid HCl and the sodium hydroxide NaOH solution is known as sodium chloride. This is the salt that you use in the food and it is a neutral salt. But seawater contains many salts dissolved in it. Sodium chloride is separated from these salts. Deposits of solid salt are also found in several parts of the world. These large crystals are often brown due to the impurities. This is called rock salt. Beds of rock salt were formed when the seas of bygone ages dried up. Rock salt is mined like the coal. Dandi March is also, we have heard, for sodium chloride. Now, a common salt, a raw material for chemicals. The common salt thus obtained is an important raw material for various materials of daily use, such as sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, and many more. Let us discuss all the salts one by one, their making and their uses. Now, very first salt, that is sodium hydroxide. Observe the diagram carefully. Here, when electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride, aqueous solution of NaCl, known as brine solution, then it decomposes to form sodium hydroxide. Along with that, chlorine gas and hydrogen gas released at anode and cathode position, and this process is known as chlor-alkali process because of the product form chlor, that is for chlorine, and alkali for sodium hydroxide. Chlorine is released in the form of gaseous state and hydrogen is also in gaseous state. Here at anode position, chlorine gas is given off and hydrogen gas at cathode position, and sodium hydroxide solution is formed near the cathode. The three products produced in this process are very useful. Like chlorine is useful in cleaning the water treatment, swimming pools, PVC, disinfectants, CFCs, pesticides, etc. And even hydrogen is useful for fuels, ammonia for fertilizers, etc. And the third product, that is NaOH, sodium hydroxide, is also very useful in degreasing metals, soaps and detergents, paper making, artificial fibers, etc. Next, bleaching powder. We have already come to know that the chlorine gas is produced during the electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride. It means brine solution. Now, this chlorine gas is used for the manufacture of bleaching powder. We have discussed bleaching powder is produced by the action of chlorine on dry slacked lime. What is slacked lime? It is calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Bleaching powder is represented as CaOCl2, calcium oxochloride, though the actual composition is quite complex. Here is the reaction. Calcium hydroxide plus Cl2 chlorine gas gives CaOCl2 plus water. Now, uses of bleaching powder. For bleaching cotton and linen in textile industries, for bleaching wood pulp in paper factories, and for bleaching washed clothes in laundries. It is very useful as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries, and at last to make drinking water free from germs. So it means bleaching powder is very useful in day-to-day life. Next, baking soda. The baking soda is commonly used in the kitchen for making tasty, crispy pakoras, etc. Sometimes it is added for faster cooking. The chemical name of this compound is sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is NaHCO3. It is produced using sodium chloride as one of the raw material. Let us discuss its reaction of making. So, when sodium chloride NaCl is reacted with water H2O, plus carbon dioxide and ammonia NH3. It gives ammonium chloride plus sodium hydrogen carbonate. The ammonium chloride, that means NH4Cl, and sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is NaHCO3. As in the activity 2.14 we have discussed the pH of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Actually, it is a mild non-corrosive basic salt. The following reaction takes place when it is heated during cooking. So the reaction is twice NaHCO3 on heating gives Na2CO3 plus water plus carbon dioxide. Twice NaHCO3, that means sodium hydrogen carbonate, and Na2CO3 gives sodium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide. Sodium hydrogen carbonate has got various uses in the household. Let us discuss. First, for making baking powder, which is a mixture of baking soda and a mild edible acid such as tartaric acid. When baking powder is heated or mixed in water, the following reaction takes place. NaHCO3 plus hydrogen ion from any acid gives carbon dioxide plus water plus sodium salt of acid. So, carbon dioxide produced during the reaction can cause bread or cake to rise, making them soft and spongy. The next, sodium hydrogen carbonate is also an ingredient in antacid, being alkaline. It neutralizes excess acid in the stomach and provides relief. The next one, it is also used in soda acid fire extinguisher. So we can say baking soda is very much useful. Next, washing soda. Another chemical that can be obtained from sodium chloride is Na2CO3.10H2O. It means washing soda. We have seen above that sodium carbonate can be obtained by heating baking soda. We can say recrystallization of sodium carbonate gives washing soda. It is also a basic salt. And let us discuss the reaction. Na2CO3 with the action of 10 molecules of water gives Na2CO3.10H2O. Even sodium carbonate and sodium hydrogen carbonate are very much useful in chemicals for many industrial processes as well. So uses of washing soda, sodium carbonate, that means washing soda is used in glass, soap and paper industries. It is used in manufacture of sodium compounds such as borax. It is also used as a cleaning agent for domestic purpose, and even it is used for removing permanent hardness of water. Now let us discuss crystals of salts. Are they really dry? To discuss this, let us have an activity 2.15. Heat a few crystals of copper sulfate in a dry boiling tube as shown in the figure. Now what is the color of the copper sulfate after heating? Before heating, the copper sulfate is actually blue in color. Then after heating, it will be colorless. Then do you notice water droplets in the boiling tube? Yes, of course. Where have these come from? Now add 2 to 3 drops of water on the sample of copper sulfate obtained after heating and observe it properly. Is the blue color of copper sulfate restored? So here copper sulfate crystals which seem to be dry contain water of crystallization. When we heat the crystals, these water is removed and the salt turns white. Now if we moisten the crystals again with water, we will find that the blue color of crystals reappears. Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt. Here 5 water molecules are present in one formula unit of copper sulfate. So the chemical formula for hydrated copper sulfate will be CuSO4.5H2O. It means 5 molecules of water added to the copper sulfate. Now, one other salt which possesses water of crystallization is gypsum. It has two water molecules as water of crystallization. It has the chemical formula CaSO4.2H2O, two molecules of water. Now, last topic of this chapter, plaster of Paris. On heating gypsum at 373 Kelvin, it loses water molecules and becomes calcium sulfate hemihydrate. The formula is CaSO4.2H2O. This is called plaster of Paris, the substance which doctors use as a plaster for supporting fractured bones in the right of the position. Plaster of Paris is a white powder, and on mixing with water, it changes to gypsum once again, giving a hard solid mass. And the formula is as follows: plaster of Paris, that is CaSO4.2H2O plus 1.5 molecules of water, gives CaSO4.2H2O. This is the gypsum we have discussed. Note that only half a water molecule is shown to be attached as a water of crystallization. Now it is written in this form because two formula units of CaSO4 share one molecule of water. Plaster of Paris is used for making toys, materials for decoration, and for making surfaces smooth. So, here the chapter is over now. Students, I hope you understood all the topics of this chapter clearly. Thank you for listening.